am having a wonderful morning. I hope you guys are as well. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope that we can learn something together. I had a different idea of the type of video I was going to do today. I have received some comments that I think would be an amazing video, an amazing addition to how I prompt these videos. And I just want to say that real quick. I'm not saying that I'm a professional. That's actually a big reason why I started making these videos, because I know someone's wondering, why are you even doing these videos? I'm very new to this space, and when I was taking a class, it was so much information that I was learning that I know for a fact a lot of people don't know. I know people personally that I know for a fact don't know, different malfunctions, different safety rules. It's sad to say, but sometimes people just buy a gun and just have it, and they don't educate themselves. There's a huge space of people doing really amazing videos explaining all this stuff. They ain't never came across that video. I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. So I just want to as well educate people in the best way that I can. Like I said, I'm not a professional. One of my comments, and let me start off by saying this first. Y'all, I do not think I'm better than nobody. I am not the type of person that you can't tell me nothing. Like, I'm not that type of woman. You could come to me and tell me, hey, you can improve in this area, and I'm gonna listen to you. If I think you're doing it from a place of like constructive criticism, you know what I mean? If you're just like, the fuck, guns are stupid. I get those comments. I now realize I'm not everyone's cup of tea, you know what I mean? But basically, he was saying you have to come across professional or it will never work. I can definitely see where he's coming from. I'm not a professional, but okay, I will take these videos way more serious because this is a serious topic. These are not toys, and I try to emphasize that in my videos. I want to always emphasize safety, educating yourself, being better. Like, it's always about learning. I don't know everything. Y'all could teach me something. It's okay. I want to come off more professional, but still being true to me. Like, y'all, this your girl. So the other comment I really appreciate as well, because it's not something that I was incorporating, that I need to start incorporating, is basically saying include the 7 fundamentals of marksmanship, which I was not including, which we are going to start including. So thank you so much for your comment, for helping me improve on my videos so we can help other people learn. What are the 7 fundamentals of shooting? And if I can get a little picture, I'm gonna be popping it up like I be doing my 4 safety rules. Number 1 is gonna be your stance. Super important. I found a video where I think he explains it perfectly, and we're gonna watch that video. And then this way we can kind of break down, when we're doing reaction videos, maybe where they went wrong. Next is grip, sight alignment, sight picture, breathing, trigger control, and then the follow through. So perfect. I thought this one he explained it very well.
Today we're going to start with the foundation. Stance. How do I square up to the target if I'm going to engage? Whether it be at the range, you're target shooting, you're in law enforcement, or you're in the military, or you happen to be that CCW carrier that's just out every day at the shopping mall and you have to engage on a target because deadly force is authorized. You're going to have to know how to get that stance down. Okay, today I'm going to show you guys exactly what you need to do and what works best for me, and hopefully you guys can come up with something that works best for you. What makes up stance? How do I square myself to the target? What are the things that I need to be doing to give myself the best foundation to have the best chance and probability of having accuracy at the most basic level of handguns fundamentals? So we'll talk about the isosceles stance and the weaver stance. Those are the most common. There's a few modified ones in there that people use, kind of like a half isosceles, half weaver stance. Depending on where you would live, what organization you're a part of or something like that, they may have different names for them. But basically, I just want to talk about the most common two, the weaver and isosceles. I'm going to be demonstrating initially the isosceles stance, which is what's most comfortable for me, what works for me, and what I feel is the most probable way to set yourself up for success, have you get into a spot where you actually need to engage your target. Now, as mentioned, on the isosceles, when you go to present, your goal is, one, to square up to the target. Okay, so your target's in front of you. Get your feet shoulder width apart. Be on the balls of your feet. You don't want to be leaning back, anything like that. Remember, the firearm has recoil. It's going to be coming back. Now, a 9mm like I'm holding here, the Glock 19, might not have a lot of recoil, but at the same time, I want to be on the balls of my feet, ready to go. Okay? So once I present that firearm out, I'm extending my arms out towards the target, keeping my shoulders square to the target, actually have my head slightly forward. So they're actually coming in front of the shoulders. I'm leaning forward in like more of a attack type position, like I'm actually engaging. I'm not defensive on this mode. So I want to let them know I mean business and I'm going towards the target. So when I reach out and present towards the target, I got my shoulders rolled forward, pressing into the target, which we'll get into on another video when we get into the grip and everything, but I'm actually doing like a more of a push-pull slight method towards the firearm, extending my left arm, support hand, engaging that target. Now, the stance that I'm in, I'm not standing up straight. I'm not standing here like this or anything that's kind of off. I'm getting down, slightly bending at the knees, keeping my shoulders in line, keeping my feet squared up to my shoulders, presenting out to the target. So ultimately, in the goal with the isosceles is that's what you're trying to do, is you're trying to square up to the target. Depending on if you're law enforcement, military, you're going to have body armor on the front. Obviously, if I'm facing a target, that's where I want the rounds to go if there's rounds coming back at me, and not at the side where you have less protection. Second one I want to get into is the Weaver stance. Now, this is the one that you're going to see from the 70s to 80s. This is how people grew up. This is how they were taught how to shoot a handgun, maybe even a firearm, because typically, a rifle. That's how most people are taught back in the day. Now, with that being said, as you're going to see here in the video, if you get into the Weaver stance, basically your support side foot will be forward, depending on if you're right or left-handed. If you're left-handed, it could be your right foot. If you're right-handed, it's going to be your left foot. And what you're doing is you're almost, the way I explain it, the easiest way to explain it is you're punching your strong hand out to the target, grabbing with your support hand on that firearm. So you're almost looking down the center plane right towards your target. Now, with that being said, the reason I'm not most, or at least comfortable with the Weaver stance is because when I'm pushing out towards the target, I'm opening up a side that's actually being almost presented to the target that's going to have less body armor. So essentially, where's my body armor in this case? It's facing 45 degrees angle to the right, and that's not where my target is because I'm engaging out here in front. That's why I'm not most comfortable with that. But what I'm doing when I'm doing that is my feet are offset, basically almost at a 45. You could point them to the target. Some people will try to point to the target. Typically, it's going to be at a 45 type position with your arm extended, engaging towards the target. Your left arm, support arm, is going to be bent, basically supporting that firearm while you engage your target. Again, like I said, I am not a big fan of that. I'd rather be square to the target, present out and engage that way, rather than being in the Weaver stance where I'm opening up room for rounds to be taken or anything like that. I want to have the most coverage that I can. Those are the foundation to shooting. It's the number one principle, number one fundamental when it comes to getting into firearms and knowing the fundamentals of how to handle a handgun when you get into a situation where you need to engage somebody.
Y'all go subscribe to him. Yeah, great teacher. Gotta go ahead and like that. He explained it perfectly, but now I understand why. Because it's for people who have body armor. Did not even think about that. So we're gonna wrap it up for this video because I don't want to make a super long video and then y'all get lost halfway through. So we're gonna break this up. When watching the reaction videos, that's something we're gonna have to look out for. I see that if your stance and you're not ready, it's gonna knock you back. Thank y'all so much for watching. So like I said, thank you so much for your feedback. Y'all, please feel free to comment down below. Like, it is okay, I promise you. I just want to emphasize that, like, communication can be open. Like, if you see something I can improve on, please comment. It's okay. I greatly appreciate it. As far as me being a professional, guys, I'm not a professional, but I will definitely take these videos more serious. Thank you for watching this video, and please stick around for the next one.